Hello, you beautiful peoples of the interwebs. I'm Glyn. This is CheapSkate Gaming, and this is your freebie weekly roundup. We got some good stuff this week. And should we just jump straight into it, or should we have a little of a blabble? I think we'll just jump straight into it. So as always, we always go straight into the Epic Game Store. So let's fly along into there. Fly, fly, little bird, fly. Yeah, so here we are. We're on the Epic Game Store, and this week don't forget, if you've missed Callisto Protocol last week, sorry, but you've probably missed one of the best games this year on Epic Games. But this week we have got Fallout Collection. So that's Fallout, the original Fallout. So I'll click on it so we can have a little look. So this is the sort of like original isometric 3D Fallout back in the day. Great stuff. Let me just click back through there. So you got them, Fallout, and then you've also got this Wildcard Football, which actually looks okay. It's normally a 24.99 game. Yeah, so as you can see there, Saber Interactive, which sometimes you hear good things, sometimes you don't about Saber, but let's hope this is a good one. Apparently it's supposed to be quite good. So, and if you're bit fed up of Madden, then something different, a little bit more fun, a little bit more sort of like pick up and play rather than know a lot about American football, and I'm all for it. So there we are, that's your Epic Game Store games. Next week, Football Manager 2024, and look, it's a brand new one as well. I am not your Football Manager guy. I can't say I've ever really played one that much. I think I played one on the Amiga back in the day. I'm not that much into football. But more interesting, Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts. That sounds a bit more my sort of thing. Okay, so that's your Epic Game Stores. Don't forget to go and download them. You've got 1 week. They end on Thursday. Let's pop along to Amazon Prime Gaming. Now, they've changed the store up a little bit on the website here. When you push into games, it goes straight to the Lunar games first. It used to go into your Prime games first. So let's have a little look at the Lunars. We're going to do it arse about backwards now. So they've added Shadow of War and Batman onto it. That's a great game. I love that Batman Arkham Knight. People moaned about it, saying, oh, it's too much of the Batmobile. I can't get enough of the Batmobile, to be honest. And Shadow of War, again, excellent game. Excellent game. Right, and don't forget, you can still get the rest of these Pirates. Oh yeah, these are all the Lunar ones, sorry. Yeah, so there's plenty in there for Lunar, and that's just basically click and play. You don't need a powerful PC for any of that. So these are the new games this week on Amazon Prime, and we'll start from backwards. We'll go with College Atlas. I'll have a little click to look at it. I love the graphical style in this game, all hand-drawn arty graphics. Isn't that pretty? I don't know if it plays in 3D. It'd be interesting to see if that actually plays in 3D. They don't put videos on here anymore, but that looks really nice. I do like the look of that. Sorry, I need to come back and find it again. I better not click on any of the other ones now. Right, why can't I find the things I'm looking for? Oh, their website isn't very good, to be fair. It's Amazon as well, like they own Cloudflare, and I can't make a website where you can click back and it actually goes back to where you were, not where you were 10 minutes ago. Anyway, right, that was College Atlas. Arcade Paradise, I think that was free on Epic Game Store a couple of weeks ago. Great game. If you missed it there, grab it here. Industria, great, another game that's very much like Half-Life. It's like a modern Half-Life style game. That's a good game. I like that. It's a bit more indie than, say, Valve's Half-Life, but it's still good. Borderlands 2. I think it's just the ordinary, normal, poor kids edition. There is like a Game of the Year edition of Borderlands 2, but if you haven't played Borderlands 2, it's definitely, I'd say Borderlands 2 is the best out of the bunch. Between Borderlands 2 and Borderlands 3. Nothing wrong with any of them. They are great games, but Borderlands 2 is definitely chef's kiss. And then we got Lord of the Rings, the Lego, which I completed about 3 or 4 months ago. Loved it, really good. If you've liked the films and you want a pretty chilled axe sort of game to play through, check out Lord of the Rings Lego, free. So yeah, and don't forget, you can still get all of these. So you got Middle Earth, Shadow of Mordor, Deus Ex, Baldur's Gate, Tomb Raider, Grime, Kiwi, Figment 2, Young Souls, Spells and Secrets, Loop Hero, On Guard, Hard West 2, Tomb Raider games, Stray Gods, Beholder, Cat Quest, SteamWorld Heist, Midnight Fight, Express Alice, Kid, Forager, Trek to Yobi, great game, Gravity Circuit, Kraken Academy, all these, wow, there's too many here to name and mention. Warworld, wow, look, there's all these. Weird West is still available. All these games are still, that's a great game. Solstice is some, actually, I've got to say, Amazon's really pulled their finger. Maybe they've actually listened to me on Twitter, because I was having, there weren't many people on the Prime thing typing away on the old Twitters going, what's going on? And I was really, what's going on in February and January this year, and they've proven to done something about it. Great. Thank you, Amazon. Yeah, but we do sort of pay for it in your Prime membership, but a lot of people have their Prime membership and they completely forget about their Amazon Prime games. So there we are, that's your Luna and your Prime. No thank you, you can keep your woke rings of power and stick it up where the ring, up a different ring. Right, let's go and check out, right, that's the Amazon done. Oh, we're checking out Steam next, aren't we? Checking out Steam. So this is how we always check out the free Steam games. We go to search, just click on it. I drop the price down to 0, and then we change relevance to release date, and this will have all the latest free games for however long you fancy scrolling for. But for us, we're going to go down to about the 20th, something like that. What's the date today? It's about the 28th. But I'm going to do something different from now on, because I used to read all of these out, good, bad, however you can look for them yourself. What I've done now is I've curated a load. Now, first thing I want to show you is, before we go anywhere, it won't appear on here, click the special offers, put it on free, click the special offers. There's a game you can pick up for the next couple of weeks that's free that you normally pay for. So it's normally a $5. It's called Weapon of Choice DX. I remember I had this on Xbox 360. It was one of the first indie games. I don't know if anyone remembers. Xbox 360 did this thing where they released indie games. They were really cheap. I think I paid about 70 pence for it, even back on the Xbox 360 days. Well, originally this game's about a $5. It's now nothing. So just for the week or so. So go and get that. Right, let's turn the special offers off, and I'll show you my curated games list of free games. So you can go through all those free games. There's so many, there's 50 odd there. This is what I've curated. Slash and Jump. So this looked pretty good. And the way I'm curating them is I'm looking at user reviews. And basically this had a 70 positive user reviews. Now, if you like Celeste, anything like that, I'll turn the sound off while I yibba yabba. It's very much like a sort of Celeste thing where you're jumping. It's just a classic twitchy platformer. Looks pretty cool. I like the look of that. Then we got this cool game called Mitzi. I do fancy this one. I'm definitely going to be playing this. Essentially it's a jigsaw game. Mitzi the cat knocks things off the shelf, and you've got to go and repair them by putting them together, as you can see by the little picture going on up there, the little video going up there. I love it. The cat just goes, off you go, get that off there. Right, Mitzi now. Then we've got the original classic marathon that's been redone by the community for the community. This is the legacy of Bungie. So these guys, Alpha 1 developers, have taken Bungie's game and sort of sexed it up and made it a little bit more presentable for the modern day audience. Now I've got to be careful when I click on this one. Alpha Eon's Echo on Steam. It's very positive, 370, but it's a Rudy naughty game, so I've got to be careful of what I click on here, and I'm certainly not watching the video. Okay, that's definitely an adults only game, but apparently it's very good. What it is, I don't know. I don't really add stuff like that to my library, but it's free and it's well liked. So get your rocks off, go on, right, I'm getting straight off there before that gets rude. And then we've got Elwar Fused Survivors, and essentially this is simply a Vampire Survivors clone that's free. Very positive, over 77, sort of 80 reviews positive on here, and it looks fun. It does actually look quite fun, and it's that classic Vampire Survivors look going on there. So definitely pick that up this week. Now we'll leave that just play out a bit. As you can see, definitely looks, in fact it looks just as good if not a little bit better. It's very well done, well programmed game. Then we got this game, Predecessor. Now this is similar to the, oh, what was it called? It does say here, that's it, Paragon. That was a game that came out, I remember it was on PS4 Pro. When PS4 Pro came, it was one of the first games to get an upgrade. But anyway, Paragon, it's a MOBA. It started life on the consoles and on PC. It got pulled, and now they're putting this back. And they don't know if they worked on it or whatever. They're calling it Predecessor. It's got mostly positive 11,500 reviews. So that looks pretty cool. And for some reason the video won't play. But it isn't too bad a game. It's a MOBA. It's a nice looking MOBA. Probably good fun if you've got a couple of mates you can play with you, join you on your team, while you take out the noobs on the other team. And of course there will be, although it's free, there will be a microtransaction element within that game there, but it don't look too bad. I played Paragon, and to be honest I quite enjoyed it. I spent a few hours in there. Didn't cost me anything to play Paragon. And there we go. And finally we have, oh yes, we've been through, this is Weapon of Choice. This is that one I said it's free at the minute. And I don't know why this won't play. But it's a 2D side-scrolling shoot 'em up. Classic side-scrolling with its own sort of hand-drawn art bit graphics. It does look nice. I enjoyed it anyway when I played on the Xbox 360, and I've also added it to my library and downloaded it on here. So that's your Steam. Let me just get rid of that. Shall we have a look if there's any deals, news and noteworthy sale events? We'll have a quick look because I've kind of spaded up. There's a Snail publisher sale. So I thought they were the guys. Why am I getting... They've got a very similar logo to the guys that do the... not World of Tanks, the other one. I'm not sure, but it's got Ark Survival Evolved. Kingdom Come Deliverance is free. What? Oh, it's free to play, surely. Play for free. Oh, yeah. Get it for 90% off. So there we are. That's definitely... That's already in my library. That's good. So you can play it this weekend for free. It'll take you half a weekend and download it if your internet's not super duper. Back to Hogwarts Celebration, Franchise, Warcana, Nomad, Combat, Micropose. Wow, they've been around some years, haven't they? I remember playing Gunship on the old Spectrum. There we go. So these are some of the deals. Isometric. I do love an isometric game. Let's have a little look what's going on in here. Anything? Can't see many games. Ah, here we go. Whatever. Oh, 80 pence. That must be a DLC, is it? No, Wasteland 1. Oh, wow, look. Look at the graphics on that. This is proper going back to the old school. Anyway, you can have a look at the Steam stuff in your own time, because we're now going to pop along and check out the PlayStation Plus stuff. And it's still the same 3 games. They'll be changing, I think, next week. What's the date today? Yeah, they'll be changed by next week. So grab them now. It's your last chance to grab End of Lies, Five Nights at Freddy's, and Star Wars. Especially grab the Star Wars Skywalker Saga. That's probably the pick of the bunch there. But they have also haven't really added anything since last week from the extra catalogue either. So the standouts there are Witcher 3, Wild Hearts, Ride 5. There are a few others in there, but that's your standouts, okay? So we pop along to the Xbox GamePass catalogue, and where's my Explore More? That's it. And we'll go with recently added. I don't think there's much. We're on the console here. Core Keeper they've added, and essentially here's your look. You can, if you go scroll through them slowly, here's the sort of 18, 19 games that they've added recently. Stand out there maybe Atlas Fallen Rain of Sand. That's quite good game. You've got the new Doom game, Modern Warfare 3, Mafia Definitive Edition. That's worth checking out. Not sure about this Flintlock game. And then if we go to the PC version of this, again to recently added, there should be 18 games, more or less the same as the Xbox. Just missing, I can't remember what it is that we're missing on here. Can't see the Atlas game, ironically. No, the Atlas is there. Core Keeper's there as well. So that's a good game. Journey to the Savage Planet, the Super Duper Edition. Right, that's your Xboxes. Right, let's go check out some deals. And we'll jump into a Fanatical deal. Now, there is a really good deal to be had here. I think I put this on. Did I put it on last week's one? Yeah, I was late with last week's one. I'm sure I did put it on. So don't forget, the summer bundle is where I put. I've been buying quite a few games from my Tuesday gameplays. But the one I think this is new, isn't it? Let's have a look at the new one. I haven't checked this out. I've got a really itchy nose. I don't know what's going on here. £7.50 each for 2 games, 15 quid. That's not particularly a good deal. Ghostwire Techno, Resident Evil 3. We'll see why it's not a good deal in a minute. That's probably good. Forgive Me Father 2. That's probably is worth its money. I'm struggling to see anything that's really. I'll go with the Game of the Year edition there, a Fallout. Not much else really floating my boat there. So let's go back. But this one, this Monster Hunter bundle, this has potential. And the reason it's got potential is you can buy just 2 games for £11 or 4 games for £20. Don't bother with the rest, because the other ones are just costume DLCs, unless you really want those costume DLCs. And the 2 I'd get for £11 would be Monster Hunter Rise and its DLC. And basically the DLC basically doubles the size of the game. That's a hell of a lot of content. That's a lot of monster slaying. You'll be at it for weeks, months, years. But if you really glutton for punishment, go for the 20 quid and get the original Monster Hunter World and its DLC, and then the Rise and its DLC. And essentially you may as well say goodbye to the rest of your life, because you'll be playing the Monster Hunter franchise till you die. And these are just the DLCs then. There's not much really with these other than costumes and cats, and I don't think there's anything particularly brilliant with those. I think I've sorted my nose out, something itching on there. Okay, so with Fanatical out the way, let's go to your Humble Bundle deals. And there's not much change since last week. Now, what I would point out, remember earlier I said in the Fanatical, don't bother with the Resident Evil 2, because the better deal is here. Well, what is wrong with my nose? I've got a ingrowing hair, I think. And it's £23.55. And you can get Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, The Village, Resident Evil 7, 6, or that's Resident Evil 8. Let's do it as it is. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Where's 1? 1 and 0. And these Revelations, the 2 Revelation games. All, basically, everything Resident Evil. The whole ensemble. The only one missing there is the new Resident Evil 5 remake. That's the only one that's missing out of this particular group or bundle then, and it's £23.55. Not sure what the dollar mark would be on that, about $25, $27 maybe. And that is the deal here. I'm umming and ahhing about getting all this. I was like, have I got time to play all the Resident Evil games? Plus I would like them all in my Steam collection, but that's a hell of a lot. I mean, if you're a streamer, you're coming up to November soon, in a couple of months, why not have the whole month of November stream every single Resident Evil, like complete them all, and start with maybe go in the timeline order, start with Revelations 0, and then go 0 Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then finish with 8. That would make a really good streaming content, wouldn't it? Right, and that's it. I think we would just go straight back. I think I've managed to do this all in one take again. Getting good at this, guys. So again, I've been Glyn. This has been CheapSkate Gaming, and this has been your weird and wonderful world of games. Some standout games there, especially Amazon Prime are really knocking out of the park. But please, I hope you got your Callisto Protocol from Epic Game Store. And guys, if I don't see you through the week, we'll see you through the window. Goodbye now.
They got the games that won't break the bank, so come on over and join the crew. They'll show you how to game and save money too. CheapSkate Gaming, yeah, you know the name. They got the games that won't break the bank, so come on over.